This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Time now is 4:27 here on your Thursday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
I'm Rafael Sanchez in for Lauren Casey. We begin with some breaking news out of the West Side. 2 kids among 3 people injured following a police chase there on the West Side. Allegedly, that vehicle was stolen in Hendricks County. The chase began near 16th Street and crashed at 10th and Speedway Woods. The driver of the car tried to run away but was arrested by police. We'll have the very latest details coming up in the next few minutes here on Good Morning Indiana.
We do want to take a turn now and get a check at our weather with Alyssa Donovan. We have another repeat of pretty much what we've seen here for the past 5-6 days or so.
Yes, it's just been this streak of beautiful and nice, pleasant weather. We're continuing today. Not a ton to talk about, which is the good news for you guys, because it's just going to be another beautiful day. We're starting a little bit warmer this morning. We're in the upper 60s here in Indianapolis, still in the 50s to the north of us. As we head through the day, we'll see a little bit more humidity build in. Still won't be too bad, though, outside, and we're going to see a lot of sunshine. Once again, temperatures are climbing into the mid and upper 80s across the area. Mostly sunny skies. We could see just a few high clouds filter through this afternoon, but for the most part, it's just going to be another warm and beautiful day, and we're going to continue that tomorrow as well before we see some of those changes in store for the weekend.
All right, Alyssa, thank you very much. We do also want to take a look at a situation happening in Frankton, Indiana. A controversial phrase will be removed from all the police cars in that town.
Yeah, dozens of people have signed a petition asking for the removal of the decal with the phrase that says, "All lives matter." That decal is on the Frankton police squad cars. The decal was added back in 2016 during the height of the Black Lives Matter movement. A petition may have led to the department's decision to remove those words in the next couple of weeks.
Yep. We also have a warning for you if you ate at an Arnie's in Lafayette. This was also during a football weekend, so I'm sure a lot of people were there at Purdue and might have stopped by for a pizza or one of their great salads. Well, that is because someone at that restaurant has been diagnosed with hepatitis A.
And this happened at the Arnie's at Market Square on Elmwood Avenue. The person again diagnosed with Hep A, which is very serious. The health department says that anyone who ate or drank at the Market Square location between September the 13th and the 14th should get vaccinated. Now, they're going to have some free vaccination clinics over 2 days next week, both Monday and Tuesday. So, of course, they're hoping that people will come out and get those vaccinations because this is a very serious situation. We'll have much more on that, as well as your traffic and weather and all the latest news coming into the newsroom right now on Good Morning Indiana, just moments away.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Coming up on Good Morning Indiana, Indianapolis teachers want their pay to match the work they're putting into their schools and their students. How teachers in Warren Township are fighting for what they call their fair share.
And on this Thursday, one school is closed today after a water main break, the latest on that repair.
And a contaminated property on the north side of Indianapolis may get a fresh start thanks to a big grant. What kinds of improvements leaders are hoping to make? 4:30 here on your Thursday morning. Thanks for starting the day with us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
I'm Rafael Sanchez in for Lauren Casey. As I was coming in at 3:30 this morning, it felt really nice and cool, but I know it's going to heat up today one more time.
And you know that because we've done it for the past 4 or 5 days now.
I know. I can just copy and paste yesterday's forecast almost every day this week, which is the nice news for everyone because we're going to be sunny and beautiful today. We are going to see just a little bit more humidity build in as we head into the afternoon. Today, we're starting a little bit warmer in Indianapolis. That's just because we have a little bit of that cloud coverage. 67 degrees right now this morning. Those winds out of the east about 8 miles per hour in Kokomo. A little bit cooler to the north with those clear skies. 57 degrees to start. Bloomington at 60 degrees. As we head through the day, we're going to see those winds shift a little bit out of the southeast, which is going to help usher in a little bit more of that humidity this afternoon. But as you start today, it's going to be a dry start with that humidity building in later today. What's going on is we still have this ridge of high pressure in place. That's going to continue to keep us warm and dry today and into tomorrow before we see those changes move in late Saturday night. So as you head out the door this morning, mostly clear and sunny skies. Temperatures will be into the low 60s as you head out. By the noon hour, if you're heading out to lunch, we'll see those temperatures into the 70s and 80s to the south, and then we will climb into the mid-80s later today. We could see a little bit more high cloud coverage, especially for areas to the south later this afternoon, but most of us are going to see those mostly clear and sunny skies throughout your Thursday. So today, starting out very pleasant, and we really just have another beautiful day on tap, 87 degrees for our high.
If you're up right now at 4:32, this is a good time just to get up and come into work because you'll beat the rush hour traffic. As we take a look now at our INDOT traffic camera system, this is, of course, I-65 there on the city's south side and I-465. As you can see at this hour of the day, all is moving well. It's going to be a beautiful day, as Alyssa just mentioned. So if you're up, if you're an insomniac, come on in. It's all good. And we've taken a live look at I-65 at I-465 there as well. All is doing well this morning. Now for the latest news, let's go over to Meredith.
We do have some breaking news from overnight. 3 people, including 2 kids, were taken to the hospital after a police chase ended in a crash. The chase began near 16th Street and Tibbs Avenue after officers discovered the car was stolen out of Hendricks County. It later crashed at 10th and Speedway Woods when the driver missed a turn and went into a small ditch. The driver of the car tried to run from the crash before police caught him.
Teacher pay was a major topic during this year's legislative session, as some school districts recently pledged to pay teachers more money raised through new property taxes.
One of those districts was Warren Township, and now teachers there are fighting for their fair share. Nicole Dofor is a 7th grade language arts teacher, but she says her list of job titles seems to grow longer and longer by the year. Dofor is among the teachers asking the school board to give the teachers at Warren Township a competitive salary, a payment to reflect the work they have to do before and after the bell rings.
Because I'm usually there at 8:30 where I'm supposed to be, and I usually leave around 9:30. And I have 2 children and a husband who's a firefighter. I'm giving my life to the school, and I'm choosing to do that. I need some money.
Earlier this year, education advocacy groups estimated that Indiana schools would need a 9% funding increase to pay teachers salaries that are comparable to those in neighboring states.
Park Tudor will remain closed today because of a water main break. That break happened on College Avenue between 71st and 75th Streets, that occurring yesterday. The school posted on Twitter saying all classes and campus events are canceled because the break is impacting the water supply. A Citizens Energy Group says the broken main was installed back in 1940. The repairs to the broken main are finished, and College Avenue is back open this morning.
An attorney representing the man accused of abandoning his child in Tippecanoe County says his client is a victim. Michael Barnett turned himself in on Wednesday afternoon. We've been following this bizarre case since last week. Police say Barnett and his then wife adopted the girl from Ukraine in 2010. The girl told authorities the couple rented an apartment for her in Lafayette 3 years later and never spoke to her again. Barnett's attorney says there's more to the story.
He's always said he's innocent, and he wants his opportunity to go through the due process in court and show to the court and to the world and to his community that he is, of course, innocent of these charges. As I've indicated before, Michael is a wonderful human being. He's a pillar in his community. He has a big heart. He thought he was doing the right thing 10 years ago when he took someone in his home. And from his perspective, he was as much of a victim as anyone in this whole scenario.
His former wife, Christine Barnett, has not turned herself in. The couple faces neglect charges. You can read more details about this case by going to the RTV6 app and clicking on this story.
So let's talk about all of this. 100 kilos of cocaine and 130 pounds of marijuana will not make it, as you can see, to their final destination after a major interstate drug bust right here in central Indiana. State troopers found the drugs in hidden compartments inside a semi-tractor trailer while searching the vehicle Wednesday afternoon on I-70 near State Road 39, that in Hendricks County. The driver now faces 4 felony drug charges.
Indiana's Attorney General says he will support the multi-billion-dollar settlement with OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma. Curtis Hill made a statement yesterday saying the tentative deal would get money flowing to help deal with the national opioid crisis. Purdue Pharma has since filed for bankruptcy in its plan to settle thousands of lawsuits. 24 state attorneys have opposed the settlement, calling it inadequate.
The time now is 4:36. It was a solemn birthday memorial for an Indianapolis man who died nearly 3 years ago. Yesterday would have been Curtis Wooden's 58th birthday. He was shot and killed in December of 2016 outside an apartment near 21st Street and I-465 on the city's east side. His widow held a vigil at the scene of the shooting last night, and years later, she's holding on to hope for new developments in this case.
But I just wish they just come forward, because I'm pretty sure they have a family too, and when you kill somebody, you mess with the whole community.
Here's the call to action. If you have any information that you can provide on this case, you could also provide those tips anonymously by calling 317-262-TIPS.
Today, community members and faith leaders will come together to put together a strategy to counter the city's gun violence in a Live Free town hall. The strategy they're hoping to implement is called Group Violence Intervention. Leaders with Faith Indiana say it's about treating people like human beings, focusing on those most likely to be involved in gun violence and supporting them to turn their lives around. The Live Free Town Hall is at 7 p.m. tonight at Witherspoon Presbyterian Church on Michigan Road.
Big plans for this piece of property you see right here. A contaminated property on the north side of Indianapolis may get a fresh start thanks to a big grant. The city received $345,000 from the state to clean up the site of the former Colonial Bakery. That's at the intersection of 24th Street and Winthrop Avenue. Leaders are hopeful that once that happens, the area will be redeveloped.
So today we're celebrating more than just remediation of this site, but we're also celebrating what this site can be and how it will once again serve as an asset to the neighborhood.
Once the contaminated soil is removed, the city is hoping to get a new owner. That likely will happen early next year.
A chilling back-to-school PSA wants to inspire action to stop school shootings. Straight ahead, why the creators say they intended it to be hard to watch.
And still this morning, the union strike against General Motors now in its 4th day. After the break, how the holdup is causing layoffs up north in Canada. But first, let's check your forecast with Alyssa Donovan. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, it is going to be another beautiful day. We're climbing into the upper 80s. Lots of sunshine, a little bit more humidity as well. We do have some changes as we head into the weekend. I'll have the details coming up.
Test drive at Honda of Fishers.
Check time now to check in on your morning commute. This on I-70 at Emerson Avenue. Our INDOT camera there showing a great flow of traffic there. No major problems on this Thursday morning as you begin your way into work. As you can see, traffic there moving really well. We'll keep an eye on this throughout the morning here on Good Morning Indiana.
Here's a look at what will be making national headlines today. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg is returning to Congress to talk about the future of internet regulation. The meeting with lawmakers will not be public. Earlier this year, the FTC fined Facebook for privacy violations. The company is also facing an antitrust investigation.
The mother of Eric Gardner will appear before a House panel today to testify about police practices. Gwen Carr will be joined by the Reverend Al Sharpton and tennis pro James Blake at that meeting. Gardner, as you may recall, died in 2014 after a New York City police officer placed him in an illegal chokehold.
It is a chilling back-to-school public service announcement showing a school shooting from the students' perspective. Many parents say it's difficult to watch, but the group behind it says that's the point. ABC's Kenneth Moten has more.
This is the back-to-school PSA being called brutal and hard to watch.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
The beginning of the 1-minute video shows students talking about their day-to-day supplies.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
Then a troubling turn as the children begin to use their school supplies to protect themselves from an active shooter.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class.
Then the terrifying finale.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
showing that student there, I think it really reaches right into your heart and soul.
The video was made by Sandy Hook Promise, a nonprofit group that trains students and adults to recognize the signs of gun violence.
We're just depicting the horror of a child sitting alone in a school being hunted.
Mark Barden is the organization's co-founder. His son Daniel was one of the 20 first graders killed in the Sandy Hook school shooting. 6 adults were also killed. Barden hopes the PSA will inspire people to take action.
Unfortunately, I know that my 7-year-old was in that position before he died. I don't wish that on anybody.
Kenneth Moten, ABC News, New York.
The time now is 4:45. As the GM employee strike enters now its 4th day, it's starting to take a toll on plants up north in Canada. 1,200 GM workers are being temporarily laid off because of the strike here in the U.S. The company says the issue is that they're not getting the supply of parts from the U.S. 50,000 American workers, including those here in Indiana, began that strike Sunday night, demanding higher pay and better benefits. GM and the United Auto Workers Union still have yet to reach an agreement this morning.
After being closed for years, the Washington Monument will reopen for visitors today. The famous D.C. landmark has been under construction after a 5.8 magnitude earthquake damaged the monument in 2011. It caused nearly 150 cracks in the marble structure. The monument initially reopened after $15 million in repairs, but then closed again in 2016 when an elevator cable snapped. The National Park Service says they have fixed the elevator and made additional upgrades. It is 4:45 here on your Thursday morning, and we're taking a live look from the IMS Pagoda. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, it is a gorgeous morning, and we are going to see another beautiful day today. Those temperatures are going to climb into the mid and upper 80s once again. We are starting a little bit warmer than we did yesterday, not by much though. 67 right now in Indianapolis. That humidity is still low this morning. Right now, we have those winds out of the east-southeast about 8 miles per hour. What's going to happen as we head into the afternoon is we're going to see those winds shift, and those are going to become a little bit more southerly, which is going to help usher in a little bit more humidity throughout the day. So it's not humid this morning, but it will be a little bit more humid this afternoon and even more humid as we head into Friday. Across the area, though, we do have a few cool spots on the map. 56 this morning in Crawfordsville to start, 58 in Greencastle, 59 in Peru, and 59 in Muncie. So if you live up north, you might want a light jacket as you head out this morning, but most of us are starting a little bit warmer than we did yesterday. What's going on is we have this ridge of high pressure in place right now, and that's just continued over the past week here. That's why we've continued to see this beautiful weather, sunshine and warm conditions. As we head into the afternoon, it's going to be more of the same. The only change today is that we're seeing a little bit more humidity in that forecast. As you walk out the door this morning, we'll see those temperatures right in the low 60s with mostly clear and sunny skies, and then we are going to warm quickly with that sunshine. 78 right around the noon hour as you head out, and then we are going to see those temperatures climbing into the 80s this afternoon. We could see a little bit more cloud coverage to the south as we head into the afternoon as well, but most of us are just going to continue with this sunny and beautiful day. And similar as we head into tomorrow and Saturday, a little bit more cloud coverage for your Saturday, and then we do have some chances of overnight storms late Saturday night. Our better chance is going to be on Sunday, and that's with a wave coming ahead of a cold front. When that cold front passes, temperatures are going to drop off. We'll be into the 70s to start next week, which is actually where we should be this time of year. So enjoy this warmer weather because we are going to be a little bit more seasonal as we head into next work week. Today, that warmer start in the 60s this morning with mostly sunny skies, a little bit of cloud coverage this afternoon, but plenty of sunshine as well. And then we are going to see that humidity building today, 87 degrees for our high. Tomorrow for Friday night football, it's going to be a beautiful evening, mostly clear skies, 86 for our daytime high. Right around kickoff, we're going to be into the low 80s, and then when those games end, we'll be dropping into the mid 70s, so it's going to be a great evening for that. Saturday, 86 for our high, mostly sunny skies throughout the day, and then we are going to start to see those temperatures drop off, those overnight storms possible late Saturday, better chance of those coming in on Sunday, much cooler to start next week.
Alyssa, thank you. We do want to take a live look right now at our RTV6 Traffic Now cameras. This is a look at I-70 at Arlington Avenue. Not a soul out there. That one car, there we go. There's a semi-truck driving by. And we're now going to take another turn to I-65 at 38th Street. Just a few people out there as well. Ralph, it looks like maybe a lot of people started their weekend early.
I know,
and they didn't invite us.
It's going to be okay, everybody. Come on out. This is really the best time to come out and drive. No one's out there. Amazon says it will now accept cash payments from U.S. customers. They've released a new payment plan with the help of Western Union. Now, with the plan called Amazon Pay Code, customers can receive a code and a number when they check out online. They can then use the code to pay in cash for their order at a local Western Union. Amazon says the shopper has 24 hours to send the money, and there are no additional fees to this program. We'll see how this all checks out.
All right, Raphael, I am excited about this news. If you're like me and you buy avocados at Kroger, you might have noticed they're staying ripe longer. Kroger is now selling avocados treated with a special plant-based solution called Appeal. It forms a thin, edible plant material that slows down water loss, allowing the avocados to last at least twice as long. Kroger will also sell limes and asparagus with Appeal. The treatment doesn't cost more than regular produce because it saves stores money since they throw away less food. So everybody wins.
I will bring you some guacamole and chips tomorrow.
Okay.
Dogs are called man's best friend, as you know, but the cost of owning a pet can sometimes be really hard to manage for some families. Now, if the costs get too high, some families end up having to leave their pets at animal shelters, which is pretty sad. Now, to help, the Humane Society created its Pet for Life program. It offers free or low-cost vet services that include spaying and neutering. And volunteers with the program will also go to neighborhoods to check with pet owners.
To care for a dog or a cat is kind of expensive. And it's almost like caring for a child when you want to care for them right. You know, you got people who get pets and then they just don't care for them in the right way.
This is a cool program. The Humane Society is currently offering this program in more than 24 cities across the country, including Gary, Indiana.
It's not a bird or a plane, but according to the U.S. Navy, you're looking at a UFO. After the break, the mysterious video that has the world talking this morning.
I want to see that a little closer.
phone home.
Okay. And coming up at 5, 3 words on a police car are causing controversy in a central Indiana community. Why some residents want the phrase to be removed. That and much more coming up as we watch Good Morning Indiana. But first, let's check in on Court TV.
I'm Vinny Politan. Coming up today on Court TV, our continuing coverage of Iowa versus Todd Mullis, a millionaire Iowa farmer accused in the death of his own wife. Well, today we expect to see the video interrogation of Todd Mullis shown in court. What will he say? Find out today on Court TV.
And don't forget, you can watch the all-new Court TV live on your mobile device by visiting CourtTV.com. We'll be right back.
Rallies and checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
Mercedes-Benz is looking to add some luxury to the electric scooter industry. The German automaker released this sneak peek of its first e-scooter. That looks pretty nice. Mercedes teamed up with a Swiss scooter maker to create the Ride. It will come with a classic black coating on the Mercedes logo. The e-scooter is expected to hit the market in early 2020.
And will probably cost as much as a small sedan. We've all seen images of supposed UFOs, but now the Navy is confirming one video is in fact real. Take a look. This is footage from 2015 and includes audio from U.S. fighter pilots trying to understand what they're seeing. They initially say it's a drone, but notice it moves in strange ways. The Navy confirmed the video is the real deal, but officials say they don't know what the mysterious object is quite yet. Ooh.
Let's see what that is.
I don't know if I like that.
Is that on the Storm Team 6 radar? I don't know.
That'd
be kind of interesting to see on a sunny day, right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah,
Maybe
would the radar pick something like that up?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, well, I don't want to find out.
I don't know. It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
If it brings some nice cooler temperatures, I'm all for you. Come on down, ET.
And
we're good.
That's what UFOs do, I think. We are going to see some sunshine today, though, and warmth. Temperatures are climbing into the 80s, 87 degrees, a little bit more humidity today and tomorrow. And then we are going to see those storms move in late Saturday night into Sunday, back in the 70s next week.